Hey, what's going on again, YouTube? How are you guys doing? I'm doing the different starter items on what is the best starter items for mids and stuff like that. You might have seen my previous video of how to build mages in Season 8. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. I go in depth on different builds and stuff like that. But this video is mainly just for how to build mages in Season 8. Oh, not that one. That is the other video. This video is about the starter items and the different starter items for mages and what is currently being built in mid. And this is, again, my personal opinion on this stuff. Everybody can have their own opinion. But for me, specifically, this is what I have been doing, and this is how I feel about the mid lane. I've played a gajillion games of mid right now this year. I've been loving Season 8. It's fantastic. They did such a great job on it. But I'm just going to go in depth on the different starter items and my personal opinion on the different starter items and what are the best ones and what are the worst ones and stuff like that, just so you guys have a general consensus on this. So, for example, let's get right into it. Conduit Gem. Everybody knows about Conduit Gem. It's probably the only mage starter you have built in Season 8 because, let's just be honest, it's the best one by far. Even on its nerf, it's still the best one. It's just how it is. It's 700 gold. Most cost-efficient one. Helps you clear. 25 power, 10 MP5, 40 true damage. Just the best one. No questions asked. It's literally the best one. It's just how it is. So Conduit Gem. I think it's good. It's probably the best one. Probably doesn't really have too much competition. I think the evolutions of Conduit Gem are decent. I think Archmages, it got nerfed by 10% on the full stacked. In my opinion, I think it's good if you're fighting in the jungle because you won't end up using it on creep. It's going to be full stacked on your first ability. It's going to do like 330 damage-ish. I think it's okay. I don't think it's that good. I think it's really overbought and overrated, in my opinion. Yeah. I've mainly, if you're on defenses, on sieges, you're using it on creeps because, you're the mid laner, you're the mage, you got to clear. If not, the creeps are going in, backdoor protection is removed, you're losing whatever you're defending. So, in my opinion, I don't really love the item. I think it's overbought. I think there's better items. Gem of Focus, I think it's okay. I really dislike that you can't feel that you have Gem of Focus, if that makes sense. Or feel that you have the passive of it. The item stacks up to 3 times, increasing your damage by 9%. And decreasing your damage taken by 2%, in stacking up to 3 times, of course, being 6%, and you get 9% movement speed as well. So my biggest problem with Gem of Focus is you don't see the numbers because they're not yellow numbers, if that makes sense. You don't really feel 9% damage increase. It's pretty hard to tell because let's just say your late game mage is 600 power. You're getting 50 power. Let's just say that. You're 600 power. If you have 10%, you get 60 power. Let's just say you get 55 power. You're 655 power. You're not really feeling it. I don't know. It's pretty hard to tell. It doesn't feel great. And 6% damage reduction, it can save you. Will it? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that you can't feel it. If you could feel it and see it, then you're loving it. Probably. Maybe. Who knows? But probably just not a good item, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on the both of these. I think it's overrated. Let's get into these bad boys. Vamp Shroud. Oh, I hate Vamp Shroud, man. What a bad starter item right now. 850 gold. You literally, what do you get? If you have a lost artifact with it, 1400, you get 2 pots. You have no power. You have fizz prots. I mean, this item is just bad. I've literally said it since the start. When I saw this item, I was like, why? Why is it this expensive? Like, why would they ever make it this expensive? It makes no sense. just not good. I think it's a Soul Inner item, Soul Inner Guardian item. The upgrades just don't suit Soul Inner Guardian items. Or Soul Lane Guardians. This sucks. Okay, let me take that back. This is actually pretty good, but feels really bad because you still gotta buy a Sacrificial Shroud. Again, I went into different things in my other video of learn how to build mages in Season 8, which is my other video. Click on the go back in my channel, find that. I go in depth about these things, but for this, I think it's actually good. The problem is it's really hard to value this if you don't have any other lifesteal, and when you're getting gone on, you're gonna die faster. Sometimes it's just not worth. Sometimes you're just not happy with that. I think gods like Merlin use it pretty well though. Being able to do damage to the wall, it feels pretty good to have it. I think there's better items. I don't think this is that bad. The problem is you have to go this item. But if you're doing the builds that I said in the other video, and you're skipping a starter, then this is actually sometimes pretty good. So yeah, keep an eye out for this item. You might actually see this more. This item, I don't really understand this item. I don't really like it. You just lose your stacks really fast. Anubis is good on, but magical lifesteal is not in a good spot right now. That just being because you have a global anti-heal by 30%. Magical lifesteal feels pretty terrible. But that's my thought on Vamp Shroud. I hate it. I wouldn't recommend buying it ever, even on Anubis, because I know that's what people are going to say. Oh, you got to buy it in Anubis. Tough scene, Since time. I think there's potential for this item. The problem with this item, in my opinion, is that you really can't clear anything with this item. It doesn't benefit you in helping you clear. You run in with this item, even though the passive is like, okay, you run in with this item pretty often, to be honest with you. And I mean, hey, you're gaining it back, but hey, you're not really loving it. I mean, it's an okay item. I think it might be a little bit underbought. It's just, it just doesn't help you with clear. You're gonna lose the Conduit Gem every time. You're just really sad. Pendulum Mages, though, that is a good item. That is a good upgrade. I love this upgrade. I think other items right now are better than it as it currently stands. And the 8.2 patch, I think there are other items that are better than it. This does have 190 power, full stacks, 20% CDR, really good for mages. So if you do end up starting this, always go this item. If you build this item, you're trolling. This item is literally garbage. Whoever made this is trolling. This item is terrible. I bought it twice. One time it saved me, and the second time I was against a Merlin and I died from getting ganked, and I respawned. It was late game, so I guess I didn't really get ganked, but I respawned inside of a Merlin Void one and instant died because the Merlin Void one ticked me for the 25% of my health, and I died. If you buy this item, you're trolling. This item is terrible. Please don't buy this item. Please, please. I don't want to see it ever. This item, though, good item. Buy that one. And going on to the other ones. So I'm going to go a little bit funky here. All right. I'm going to quote this. Just make this clear. If you are skipping a starter, so you do not buy a starter item at the beginning of the game, I'm going to explain to you in my personal opinion on the tiers of the starter items. Okay. Sundering Axe. I guess these aren't starters, they're upgraded starters. But, yeah. Sundering Axe. Probably the best mage item right now in the game. Taking away a tank's health by 300 maybe. And it heals you for 300 every 7 seconds. That's pretty good. Sundering Axe. Baller. Honestly, sometimes, you Sometimes you, even when you're trying to build into it, this feels pretty good. You know, it's just a little bit of a boom. You know, a little bit of a take 25 of health. You know, you slurp that right in there. Soldering Axe, good. More Hero's Axe for a backliner. Probably don't want to buy it. This item, good. This item, kill frontline. This item, very good. You know, even building into it feels pretty good. You know, couple prots, Sundering Axe. You know, you're pretty happy. So again, this is if you're skipping a starter item going into this stuff. Warrior's Axe, sick item in my opinion. Protector of the Jungle, I think is very specific on the gods you're playing. Think it's pretty good on Chronos. Think it's okay on Soul. Think certain hunters use this item pretty well in the mid. Protector of the Jungle sometimes is just sick. I've seen some people testing it out with Protector of the Jungle on Nuwa, and everybody's praising, of course, Archmages with Nuwa. But in theory, if you ult in the jungle on a siege and you do 12% more damage and you're proccing everything, you know, you're kinda out there farming damage. So it's pretty sick. You know, doing 12% more damage of 600. So let's say you have 700 power late game. So you do 70, 74, 70, 72%, 72 more damage or power. It's pretty good. Getting more prots. You know, you love that, especially around fire giant fights and stuff like that with Sentinel's Embrace being bought. You know, sometimes you like this item. Don't underestimate this item. You might see it in competitive play more often than you think for backliners. That is. This item is pretty good. So, just keep an eye out. This is not a bad starter, just depending on the character you are. And if you can use it to farm efficiently. Because this is a farming item in mid. This isn't just an item. You technically want to start this item, but if you don't start it again, and this column is for don't starting, you get Protector of the Jungle. It's pretty good. Don't miss out on that. I want to try it. Again, if you are skipping the starter, Sentinel's Embrace is the best tank item in the game. Don't go boon. That's trolling. Don't try to be a boon goon. You know, you're really sad if you get boon. Sentinel's Embrace, though. Sick item. Best item. Best tank item in the game. 2,000 gold. 70 prots. 200 health. 20 MP5. So good on a backliner. So good on a backliner. If I am a mage and I am playing with my hunter correctly, I am giving my hunter 50-50 prots. And hunter builds right now have Berserker Shield. They can potentially have Void Shield. They can potentially have Mantle. They can potentially have Defense Pot. It is so good. They do not stack, but if you're next to your backliner, it's so good. So good. Look out for that item. Level 17 gets 70 prots. Whew. That is a gnarly one. Trust me on that. Bombus Hammer. Don't underestimate it. It's actually pretty good on some mages. 20% CDR, 10% pen, 300 health. The mana doesn't really matter too much, unless you're doing that Book of Health build that I talked about. Really good item. Once you use an ability, you hit anything. Creep. I can't touch his AFK. Anything like that. Make sure you check that out. It's actually pretty good. 200 gold. It actually benefits more than you think. It's kind of weird because there are better items that kills tanks and stuff like that. But if you're getting it all in by someone, if you're getting dove by 2 people, healing for 5% of your health, and reducing all your CDs is actually really good. You're usually getting dove by 2 people and you're playing with your other backliners. So if that backliner is getting attacked, let's say it's your hunter, and you're the mage, and your backliner is getting attacked, and you dump your kit, and let's say all of your kit would be 7-second cooldowns flat. If you use your 2 auto attack, that's 6 seconds. 1 auto attack, that's 5 seconds. You're reducing your cooldowns by so much. If you use all 3 of your abilities, that's 100 and what is it? 81 seconds, 240 damage extra on your auto attacks, and you're healing yourself and reducing all your buttons by 1 second. It's actually really good. Trust me, it's insane if you buy it. Trust on that. Another item. Oh, if you're facing a healer, you're the anti-heal applier. Sorry to tell you, but you kind of got to go Tainted Breastplate. 50% in heal. You kind of got to go. You got to suck it up. It's life. It is what it is. There are better items. It is what it is. You got to be the anti-heal applier. No other to say on that. Don't go the other side. Just get Tainted Steel. And I think that's it. Oh, is there another item I'm forgetting? I don't think so. I've tried a bit of Spartan Flag. It feels okay. You do get a level 17, increasing your power by 10%. Everybody's power by 10%. It actually doesn't feel that bad. I've posted videos on it before. I got memed. It's not bad. Don't knock it till you try it. Obviously, you have to play around the war flag, but the war flag area is huge. So if you play around it properly around fire giants, gold fears, or anything like that, it's not that bad. Gotta keep a look out for that. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Just keep a lookout for it. It's not that bad. So that is it for this video. That's all the starters, in my opinion. Again, these top 3 rows. I guess I'm gonna add the jungle in here just because it is a potential start, even if you're not skipping a starter item. But these in my opinion. I mean, I think Conduit's just the best starter item if you have the starter item. But if you're skipping a starter item, these are the items for skipping starter items. Sundering Axe, Protector of the Jungle, Sentinels get Embrace, Bumba's Hammer. If they have a lot of healers, Tainted Breastplate, and I wouldn't really add War Flag. Let's just remove that. We're not really like that item. Let's just not put it in. It's not terrible. I think it's more of a competitive item. I wouldn't really do that in ranked or casuals or anything like that. But this is my opinion. I think Conduit Gem is the best starter item if you want to do the starter. If you want to skip a starter, which in my opinion is the correct way to go, and I think that's going to become meta, as you may see. Then you go Sundering Axe is your best option at killing tanks. Protect the Jungle is not too bad. Bumba's Hammer, pretty good item. And Sentinel's Embrace, pretty good item. So just keep out a look for that. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the support recently. If you guys want to check me out live as well on Twitch, I am at twitch.tv/Venenu_. I go live there daily at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to stop by and say hi, you're from YouTube or whatever, feel free to do so. If you want to, conversate with me at different ideas and stuff like that, feel free. I try to answer all the questions that I'm asked or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys have any different ideas or whatever you want to say in the comments, feel free to comment below. What else you guys want to see? I will do my best at getting some play-by-plays and guys out. I know you guys really like that stuff, so I'm gonna do my best to get that stuff out. I'll probably end up recording some, this coming weekend or something like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I almost forgot, my first partnership ever on Twitch is G Fuel. If you're interested in purchasing any G Fuel, there's a link below. Use code Venenu at checkout. It is 30% off at as of this current time of March 2nd. And if you end up buying any, post in the comments. If you have Twitter, at me, Venenu_, that you bought some, and when it comes in, take a picture, show it. I'll show my appreciation by retweeting and liking it or anything like that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys are super, super generous. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.